Yo, what's going on, guys? We are back again for One Piece this time, and these chapters have been heating up, and this one is a really good one. So shout out TCB again, they're the GOATs. But right away, we get this awesome color spread of just all the Straw Hats, and I love this like a shot of Sanji like over us, and Oda is just a master of drawing, like even into awkward poses. Like this dude can do anything. So we start off the chapter with the Straw Hats in CP0, Lucci and Kaku against Seraphim's Bear and Hawk. So Mihawk and Kuma's Seraphims, and Zoro says, "Let's say we for you guys, and I can't see you guys letting us cuff you later." And Kaku's like, "That's not true. When we're out of danger, we'll put the restraints on without a fight." Obviously this is a lie because Kaku, he's like a spy. He's gonna lie about this stuff. But Luffy's like, "Oh really? In that case, sure." And Zoro's like, "He's lying obviously." But we see Mihawk Seraphim, he jumps out and he takes a kick, and it looks like a Tempest kick, but everybody jumps out of the way. Luffy has to grab Lucci and throw him out of the way. Zoro grabs Kaku, and they're like, "Huh? What's this?" And we see Seraphim Hawk have a sword leg, and then Zoro thinks back, "Yo, that's the dice power. Like, that's Mr. One's powers. Like, I remember this." And obviously, he has the green blood, and he has devil fruit powers, or fake ones at least, because Mr. One wasn't impelled down. Same with Senor Pink. So the government has their DNA, their lineage factor, as they say it. But Kaku, he's like, "See, Roronoa, you have to keep saving us. Like, let us get out of here." Then Shaka's like, "Yo, CP0, what's your mission here?" And Lucci just he spills the entire pot of beans, bro. He says, "We're here to eliminate all the Vegapunks. We are here to kill them all." Kaku, he's like, "Lucci, don't just blurt that out." And then Shaka's like, "So I take it that Stussy won't be let off free." And Lucci's like, "That's right, we won't show no mercy." So this is just awesome because Lucci is, he's ruthless. He don't care, and he's gonna lay it all out on the line. Kaku, he's like, "Don't say all this stuff. Like, you're spilling all the beans, bro." But the Seraphim are just sitting there and watching, and we hear a scream off from the side, and Zoro's like, "Yo, that's Nami. Like, I hear Nami." And like, how are we meant to protect everyone on top of the Vegapunks? Because there's a lot of people here. And Zoro and Luffy, they're only used to saving, just the crew. But Luffy says, "Yo, helmet guy, give me the keys." And Shaka just hands him the keys, and he's like, "I'll leave the decision in your hands. That's all for you, bro." So this sort of leads into more of the theories that have been going on about Shaka being the traitor, but I don't think so. I really want to see what he looks like under the helmet, or if he's a she or whatever. Luffy throws some bait out, and he's like, "Yo, when those 4 guys are out of the way," as in like all the Seraphims, "and you realize you can't beat me, so if you can't beat me, are you guys just gonna go and fight my crew and the Vegapunks, take them out easily?" And Zoro's like, "You idiot, they're not gonna take the bait." And Lucci takes the bait. He's like, "Fat chance, you're on the top of my shit list, Straw Hat. I'm gonna take you out." And Lucci obviously has a grudge against Luffy from beating him up. So it's just like a pride thing. But we see Seraphim Kuma, he's making a Ursus shock. He's compressing the air down. S-Bear sends out the Ursus shock, and then the CP0, they get out of the cuffs, but then it blows up. And even more of this place is getting destroyed. But Luffy goes gear 4th. Lucci goes into his hybrid, not awakened. But Luffy's like, "Sorry about this, Bonnie." And he goes in for this awesome dual attack, Kong gun and 6 King gun. Just boom, destroying this S-Bear. Not destroying him probably. He's probably going to get up, be fine. And at the same time, we see Zoro and Kaku doing a Purgatory, Onigiri, and Tempest Kick White Thunder combo to slash up this S-Hawk. And they both take some pretty good hits, it looks like. They get flung out of the building, and we cut. Sorry for interrupting the video, but if you guys are liking the One Piece content and want some more, please like and subscribe. Thank you guys, and back to the video. To deep within the lab. Ooh. And we see these Cypher Pole agents who are dying. They're starving. They say, "We haven't had food in months. Like, we weren't allowed to leave. We're gonna die here." And these guys are just, fucked up. Then this one dude says, 2 months ago, we came here, to have an inspection, to look at what you guys are up to. Then the weaponized beasts attacked us when we were trying to leave and brought us back to here. Other agents came to look for us, but they all met the same fate too. So I figured you were all behind this." And we see this shadowy silhouette who looks like Dr. Vegapunk. And it is Dr. Vegapunk. And he's tied up. Well, not tied up. He has sea stone cuffs on. And he's like, sorry, I had no idea that Cypherpole agents were being kept here. Like, this is happening underneath my nose. He's like, oh, how troubling to think that the world government has known about our poneglyph research. It should have been impossible. Somebody's leaking their stuff, basically. And I watched a video, teching video, and he said that there could be 2 traitors, which is sort of plausible, I think. But we cut again to outside Egghead, and we're hearing Navy, and they're like, yo, we got Navy people coming from G9. We got about 100 ships, well, over 100 ships en route for Egghead. And we cut out. We cut again. A bar at a small port on a certain island in the New World that looks very Viking-esque and could be Elbaf. But we see a shadowed silhouette drinking sake. And this stuff is just, I mean, it's Shanks, obviously Shanks, but it's this kid. Like, how many kids is this dude Shanks raising in just the world? Like, he did this to Luffy, now this kid. How many other kids does he have? But we get Rockstar, the dude that we saw talking to Whitebeard that one time back in the day. He's here and he says, yo, boss, these guys are trying to fight. And we know that Kid and Killer are on the way to Elbaf from what, you know, those in-between chapters from Wano to Egghead were. And Rockstar's like, so far, they've only been scrapping with the new guys, but this is gonna turn into a full battle soon. And Shanks is like, I don't know what you call this, good timing or bad timing. But he says, I guess I lost track of time. Catching up with everybody can't be helped when you thought your friends were dead. And then they're eating these giant like berries or whatever. Like, I mean, obviously it's Elbaf. And Ben Beckman's is like, yo, the enemy's gonna be pissed at you for keeping them waiting. And Lucky Roo, he's like, yo, you can't talk, Beck. You think he's the only one that they're gonna be mad at? Like, we got the whole crew. And Shanks says, let's sail. We're going. And this kid's like, yo, you're going out to fight? Even the bar woman, she's like fawning over Shanks. He says like, I'll never let this island become a war zone. And he's like, oh, he's so dreamy. And we see these 2 silhouettes. Blacks out silhouettes that look just like Dory and Broggy. Boom, they're here. Shanks is homies with Dory and Broggy. Like, okay, it was sort of inferred that he was with Elbaf, but like now it's set that he was actually friends with Dory and Broggy, because he said like it's hard to talk to friends that you thought were dead or like he lost time. But and Oimo and Kashi are here. So I would think that Oimo and Kashi went to get Dory and Broggy after, you know, they got freed from the world government's clutches. But Shanks says, yo, before that, can you do something for me, Rockstar? And he's like, yo, you got a message for him? And Shanks says, yeah. Tell him he has no choice. He can either hand over the road poneglyph etching or leave. Or he can risk fighting me if he don't leave. Basically, Shanks really says, you give me your shit or get out. I will kill you if you don't. And just so badass. Like, I love seeing Shanks. Finally. You already know after this chapter, we're not going to see this fight for 15, 20 chapters, just like that Law and Blackbeard fight. But we get the title box. War Land, Elbaf, New World. Ooh, we finally found it, guys. Now it's just the time for Luffy to get over there soon. I think my little theory is that soon the crew will be leaving Egghead and going to Elbaf to maybe help Shanks or something. I don't know. Maybe have a Davy bag fight. That's a cool theory, I think. But we cut to a kid ship and they're saying, yo, these guys are allies of the red-haired pirates. You know, they all seem like big shots though. Like, they're all sworn to this emperor. And Kid's like rubbing his mechanical arm, wrong side. He's rubbing his mechanical arm. And Killer says, yo, last time it was completely one-sided. We didn't even get to look at red hair. Like, we didn't get to see him before they took your arm. So this just implies that some lackeys took Kid's arm. Not even Shanks, which is awesome. And then we cut back to Shanks. But we're still hearing Killer. And he says they won't settle for an arm this time. They'll take your life instead in the top. We get to see, I don't know who this dude with a hat on. He's probably a pirate captain that is allied with Shanks. But they say like, make a way. The chief's coming through. And this one dude saying, Chief. I love how they call him Chief. But then we get to see the end of the chapter. And Kid's like, they'll only take my life if I lose. And boom, break next week. Bold warriors face off. Oh my gosh. Shanks is so cool. But now we get to see two red-haired guys fight against each other, and I think Ged's gonna die. There's no chance he stays alive. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, unless some hijinks happens, Kid's dead. But great chapter, amazing color spreads as usual. I can't wait for the next one, but we have 2 weeks. But this is probably just gonna be brushed to the side again, like the Blackbeard and Law fight. But yeah, Trader on Egghead is probably gonna be coming up next. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and peace.